Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar and welcome. Ben. So this man is there. I have been here in your presence for only one day. You arrived yesterday. Yes. But I have already been touched by the simple beauty of your enlightenment. When I look for the root from which my thoughts arise, they disappear into emptiness. Have you been already working on this point, on this subject?
Somewhat. I came across it.
How long?
1 year, maybe. Maybe 1 year.
1 year. With whom?
With my many friends. Many friends in America. Many friends in America.
Yet, one thought keeps me from completing, entering this blissful space. And did you ask this question to whom you have been working with? This question? One thought keeps you away. And what is this thought which keeps you away from your original blissful state? Did you ask him?
Yes.
What was his answer?
This person said that this original blissful state I was going into was only for myself, and the true enlightenment would be a state where I would be helping others.
It is the thought that this deep into happiness is a selfish one. And although the endless moment of no thought would surely bring ananda. Yes, when there is no thought, then you have a blissful state, ananda, that's called when there is no thought. It would also be ignoring my responsibility to help other beings escape from their suffering. I think if you have this experience, you have fulfilled all the responsibility towards yourself and towards all the inhabitants of the world. So how do you call it selfish? To know thyself is enough that you have fulfilled your responsibility towards the helping of every being, not only men, but all the beings of the world. If you know yourself, you have done the best for everything, everybody. And it's not selfish, you see. So when I look for the root from which this thought arises, it does not disappear. So before you say it disappeared, and now you say it does not disappear. When you look for the root from which this thought arises, it does not disappear. So I want you to clarify this question itself first. What is it that does not disappear?
The thought that I have a responsibility to help other beings, this thought does not disappear, but most other thoughts do disappear.
So this thought which does not disappear, whom does this thought belong to?
Self. I think it belongs to the self.
Yes, to you. It was your thought.
Yeah.
When you even look at the root, this thought does not disappear. And what is it that does not disappear? Which thought is there that does not disappear, even looking for its root? So you have not worked on it, and nobody ever works on it. Therefore, this thought does not disappear, and he is not benefited by any method, any meditation, by any teaching of any teacher is not benefited, because even the teacher doesn't know what is that thought which has to disappear, you see. But which doesn't disappear, even the teacher doesn't know, let alone the students, you see. Now I tell you, this thought which does not disappear is I thought. I thought, and nobody knows I is also a thought. So he looks for the thoughts which are objective thoughts outside, but what about this root thought is I thought? When there is no I thought, there are no other thoughts at all. So you have to strike at the root of I thought. And this I thought is also called mind, is also called space, is also called time. So when you strike at the root of this thought, everything is taken care of, itself disappear. Time will disappear, mind will disappear, space will disappear, all the rest will disappear, but you have to strike at the root of I thought, and it has to disappear. So you have to strike at I thought. If you take care of this, everything is taken care of. You see. It's no use for your long meditations, staying in the caves of Himalayas, living with teachers, unless you do it, you see. So the I should not appear when you meditate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you getting it? I'm happy that you are a young man, you could get it. It seems to be planted deeper than any other thought. And you are coming close, but you do not know who the thief is. You see? Thief is not caught, you see. This is the thief. I is the thief that deceives you. I am so and so. This belongs to me, and that will belong to me. I belong to somebody. But this thief is never arrested. So I'm very happy. At this young age, you have asked this question which very few people would have asked me. You see, I don't remember it. Kali. After last satsang, I was quite angry and furious. This is your nature, you know that? Nature. Yes. Because your name is Kali, therefore that's why I gave you this name. And Kali means full anger and furious. You painted this painting also, you have done, no? No, this was Radhika, no? You have seen or no? Where is it? Achha, okay. So you have to make her sit in front of that so that she must know who is this Kali, why this name has been given to me. It was I who gave this name because I found out your nature. So it's no surprise to me. When I came to the house, after a short nap, I found a bird caught in the hole from the roof. When it saw me, it got terribly scared. Yet it did not fly out through the ceiling. Due to some bamboo poles, the bird thought, I am stuck. I cannot get out. Just like a bird in an open cage, and immediately I thought, this is a very clear message. Out of fear, I hold on to the idea that I cannot be free. I cannot fly out. I said to the bird, hello, fly out. Can't you see the sky above your head? The bird was in panic, afraid of me, shouting from downstairs, and yet convinced it cannot get out. Then some other bird passed over the hole, flying in the sky, and when the bird saw the free flying bird, it flew out into freedom. Beautiful. Papaji, you talked to me about fearlessness. Can you help me win this fearlessness needed so that I also can bear the name you have given me with honor to Kali, the fearless dancing on Shiva and the absolute beyond. Life and death. She dances in her black beauty. Please, Papaji, I stick out my neck again and you can cut it again. But this time I want freedom now and forever. I want this trip to be my last trip to India. If I return, it cannot be out of love for you, but not because I want something from you, not to learn anything. This is my 7th trip to India. First time in 78, I went straight down to Arunachala Ramana. Then, by Bhagwan's grace, I met a living master, Nisargadatta Maharaj, only many years later, after a lot of vipassana and growing in awareness, I found you, Papaji, in Haridwar, handed with a sense of no one coming, no one going, exclamations such as, I am free, and real experiences of insight I am free was there. Every practice, every teacher have been most valuable to me. It is such a grace to be near someone like you. But really, Papaji, this has to be my last encounter. This is why I am here in Lucknow. This time there is no return. Make me ready. I know I am gone already, but how to live this always at all time? If you have decided that I am free, it is quite enough if you honor it now. Then why do you ask the other question, how to live this always at all times? Why you have doubt? When you say, I am free, you must honor this freedom. And now this will be the responsibility of freedom to look after you. Why you say sometimes you want to live it all the time? You have gone, when you say, I am free, you have gone beyond time. How can you return back to time? And it is that timelessness that is going to take care of you. You have to understand what you have done and what reward has been given to you. You do not have assessment of the diamond on the palm of your hand. So you have to honor it, you see. To honor your commitment is most important, you see. Otherwise, everyone is free. Everyone is always free, already free, but nobody honors that freedom. Therefore, one suffers. One honors only suffering. One honors only what his parents have told him, that you have to suffer like us. The neighbors, the priests, the saints, heads of all religions, they say, you are suffering and you will go to hell. That is the acclamation of the founders of the religions. But I tell you, you are already free. Why don't you respect my word? You have come here, you go to the teacher, you have to respect him and you have to be obedient and you have to do as the teacher says. He tells you, you are free, then accept it. Even in the ancient times, the students used to go telling, I am suffering, all around suffering in the world. Master, can you save me? And ask the question, who am I? Koham. And the teacher blesses him, tells him, you are that, Tatvamasi. Tatvamasi, you are that. And the student accepted, honored the word, went back home to his life, you see. But now, whose problem is this? If you don't listen and you don't respect the word of teacher, whose fault is this? Is it teacher's fault? When she tells you, you are that, and then you don't become that, you become I am so and so, then it is your problem. I this time take it serious and I don't sit around for months waiting. I must be now or never. It must be now or never. Yes, again you are claiming, it must be now or never, you see. So what you speak is absolutely good, but you have to honor it. It has to be now. And even you keep up this thing, it has to be now, not tomorrow. Not at the end of this life, now itself. And you have to understand the meaning of now. Now means just now, you see. This now. So whenever you will be free, even after 100 years, 80 years, 50 years, it is going to be the now when you are free, when you will be free. Only this now, within this now, you have to be free. Already you have spent 35 million years, you see, waiting for this now. 35 million years you have spent already traveling through different species. Now, human form, most blessed form. And now, you are in luck now. Why to forget about it? Only in this time, in this life, you have come to Lucknow, not before any time you have gone to Lucknow. So, make the best of this time. I have to be free today, now. Why can't you take it to your heart?
I do.
You are an intelligent person, a very strong person I have ever met with, therefore I gave you this name, Kali, you see. You are a very strong girl. I don't want to return to that stupid imaginary cage no more. So many I in this letter, so many I in this letter, I this and I that. This I is like stubborn goat. Sheeping?
Keeping.
Sheeping, knocking its head in the wall. Yet in the silence between two thoughts lays an open secret. I must have spoken quite few times about.
There's the third page. There's the fourth page, which is the second letter.
But I have to explain this, as you say.
If something happened, then this.
It has to happen. So I. Where?
Last page.
This one? This is the last one, no?
No.
Give me this also. So this one. So first let me explain this. Only few times I must have spoken about space between thought and thought, two thoughts, you see. So this also another way of freedom at once, because this thought, one thought, or a breath also, sometimes I call a breath, So you have 16 breaths in a minute, you see. So this breath, one breath outside, one breath inside, in between that is no time. So any breath, any thought that you think must come from this empty space. When you inhale, before inhalation, where does this inhalation rise from? Where?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, yes. When you exhale, stop, and this stop, from this stop comes in next inhalation, or between thought and thought also. When you think, you must think, and this thought must come from emptiness. Before thinking, you were not thinking. So if you go to that point, from where all thoughts arise from, that is how this inquiry also meets the same thing, but it is not explained. It has to be explained like this thing, where this inquiry comes from. Means emptiness. Before inquiry, before inquiring, before thought, before breath. I speak few times about this thing, not always. Only when a man is matured and is at the end, and this is the last question as Ben has asked, the I thought, this thought still does not disappear. It has to disappear if I tell like this thing, every thought comes from nowhere, and you are that nowhere, not the thought. That's what I am telling you again and again. You have to honor this. You have to honor your origin, from where you come from. And you will find that you have been always here. You never disappear. All this belongs to you. All you yourself is. You are just to understand, not to practice. I don't believe in any practices, you see. You have to feel I am that, you see. So this will not come by any practice, you see. As to become Kali, you have not practiced anything. You are already that, you see. So like this, that has no limitations, no frontiers, you see. And this that is ever present, everlasting. So you have to be that, not become that, you see. So I read from this page, letter 2. Achha, this is the second letter then. Letter 2. Dear Papaji, after I had written the first letter, which was yesterday, something has happened quite by itself, as if my determination moved a rock. All of a sudden I saw clearly again, there is no cage, there is no bird, there is no bondage, there is no freedom. This is called freedom. Yes. Very good. Huh? How is it that I picked up those old rags again and again when the mask falls? Why do we pick it up again? The answer comes because we want something from the body again and again, some desires. Through the night, a tremendous energy kept me awake. So this is the difference with Sweden. In English you must write kept as K-E-P-T, not C-E-P-T. So that's what. That's why. Stockholm English. Stockholm English is C for C-A-T, cat. Cat means, so this C means also, for kept also, C is kept. And not K, but C. So like this thing, I was making mistake, you see. The self shining by its own accord. Just presence, such a jewel cannot be found anywhere else, Papaji, except from you. May I never ever again go to the fish market. Beloved Papaji, forgive me for writing such a long letter. Anyway, this long letter you have written, and the result will be no letter afterwards. So this is the blessing. So I told you one day, I promised you at Haridwar, one day you will be all right, because you were involved in so many things, you see. And we made use of those, your qualities, your knowledge in various ways. So apart from this, even if you won freedom, and I believe you are one of these very important members of the family, without you, our sessions cannot run now. We had a nice Christmas day, we had a nice Raman Jayanti on account of you, isn't it? She is artist, dancer, poet, and musician, and drama actor. So many qualifications I've seen in this young girl. Therefore, I called him Kali. She can do everything what she needs. And then you will, before you go to Stockholm, you will have to consult Bharat Mitra. Okay. Yeah. Bridget. When I become silent and quiet, I am feeling good and all right. What do you mean by when I become silent? What do you mean by this, when I become silent? So you decide to become silent?
No,
Sometimes.
it happens.
It happens, no?
Yeah.
So sometimes the silence happens, okay.
Yeah.
Then you feel good. So when this happens, you feel good. And when it does not happen, then what happens?
I don't know what.
Because you say when. So when, then there must be then also. When this thing happens, I am good, you say. Why you are good when this happens? And why you are not good when it does not happen? You tell me, this thing. You have to tell me the reason. Reason between when and then. when and then. You have to tell me what is the meaning of when and what is the meaning of then. And suppose if you don't use when or then what will be the happening like? What will happen? Where you don't use the word when or then. So in between when and then, what is this happening? Is it good or bad?
Is it what?
Is this happening between when and then? What name you are going to give to this?
I don't know.
Hmm?
I don't know.
You must know. You are say when. You are written when and also you are written then. So I want to know the meaning of when and then.
You can just say like I wrote, when I'm silent and quiet, then everything's alright, and otherwise our thoughts coming up all the time, emotions and desires.
When you sleep, do you use this word when then? When you are sleeping,
Yeah.
do you use the word when then?
Yes.
Yes. When sleeping. When do you sleep? Do you say, then I will sleep, or when I will sleep? When you are sleeping, you are not uttering this word when or then. How do you feel?
I feel nothing.
You feel nothing, is it? You feel nothing. So to feel nothing, you should not use when or then. So now also I'm telling you, don't use when or then. Then? Tell me. Okay, I will read your letter further. Sometimes I see love and beauty in me and all around me. This is very good if you see. So this is what I am speaking. You will see beauty. First you see your own beauty, and this own beauty is when there is no when and no then you are beautiful. And then all around you is beauty. Everywhere there is beauty. You have to be beautiful first, you see. And what do you mean by beautiful? Pure, purity. No thought should be there of the past. When you are no past, in your mind you are beautiful. And do you think you are beautiful now or not? Even you need someone to tell you you are beautiful. You must say yourself, I am beautiful. But let others tell you. Others can deceive you, can cheat you for their own selfish ends. Don't believe anybody. You have to see your own beauty and find if there is any thought for someone else, then you are ugly. When you have some thought, any thought in your mind for someone else, for some other object, for some other person, then you are ugly. Don't keep anyone in your mind. This is called beauty. Now you are finding the meaning of beautiful. Huh? As soon as thoughts, emotions, desires arise, things trouble me again. Very nice. This is good. That's what I am speaking. As soon as thoughts, emotions, desires arise, things are troubling me again, you see. They will trouble you see. When any thought arises, I want to be free, I don't seem to be able to become it on my own. I will tell you how to do it. The mind is so strong. Would you please help me? Thank you, and I thank all the people of the Satsang family for sharing a good time with me. Bridget, you are from Germany? First of all, why you have accepted your defeat, that mind is strong. Why? It has to be your slave, not your master. As a slave, it's a very obedient servant, but as a teacher or as a master, he is a butcher, you see. Yeah. So don't feel defeated by this man because you have not seen him. How can you say it is very strong? You have never seen him. Nobody ever has seen the mind. Therefore, like a ghost, he is a ghost. The mind is a ghost. It doesn't appear. You simply call it mind. You are haunted by ghost. Those who say, my mind is strong, I have a mind, I am troubled with the mind, they are haunted by ghost. And I know the place where I have to send those people haunted by the ghost. And there's one man here who will take care of these people by his psychotherapy workshops. I will have to send these people, and he charges $100 for 1 hour. So to be haunted by mind is very costly, I think. So as soon as some thought arises, so now you say, as soon as a thought arises, and when you are conscious of this rising of the thought, it will not rise. Do you follow? I will speak again and again. It is very important. When the thought is arising, you look at the rising thought. You do it and tell me if you have understood. You try to find out, because every time the thoughts are rising, all the life the thoughts are arising in a man, you see. So what I tell you, when the thought is rising, you look at the thought and tell me what happens. For instance, what is the thought that is rising now? I question you, you tell me the thought, so that we work. And I will tell you how to be vigilant at the point when the thought is rising. So now you tell me, what is the current thought in your mind which is rising?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what I should do now.
It's like,
I don't know what to do.
No, you have to tell me.
Yeah,
You have to tell me.
thought which is coming up. I don't
Which
know.
thought is coming up now?
I don't know what to do. That's the thought. I don't know what to do.
Her thought right now is, I don't know what to do.
You give rise to the thought. You have to do this thing. Before the thoughts were rising and you didn't know. Now you invite the thought. What to do means you invite the thought yourself now. Oh thought, come and kiss me. Yes. Now you do it as I say. You do it as I say. Oh my thought, I like you, I love you. And you come, I will hug you. You do like this, say like this thing. And tell me which thought has come. No thought comes. You know now the secret, how the thoughts will not come to you. I'm very happy at this young age. Who told you, first of all, to come to Lucknow? Who told you?
A friend of my friend.
And friend of your friend told, and you simply accepted, no?
I didn't know what was going on.
But there must be some urge in you also. If somebody says, let us go to fish market, and will you go? You eat fish. So if you want to go to fish market, it means you like fishes. If you like fishes, you go to fish market. If you don't like fishes, you will never go to fish market. So here this, my example has misfired. So I have to change now. I have to change this. So I tell you one story. There was one, she likes fishes. She wants to go to fish market. There was one fisherwoman. She will fish at the river and take the fishes to the market for selling. So one evening, it was cyclonic weather, rain, storm, wind, and he could not even walk. And she had a basket full of fishes on her head. And there was one florist on the way. Friends, became friends. She used to go and they only simply saying hello, that's all. And this time, this evening, it is raining very heavy and storm, cyclone, and she invited her to stay at her place. And he said, my dear sister, you go tomorrow, or when the storm stops, you go. You can't walk even. The wind is at the speed of 100 miles per hour. And then she accepted, okay. Then she went inside, all around flowers, roses and jasmine, many flowers were there. And she is not sleeping. And the florist woman says, why you are not sleeping? You can sleep now, it is time, midnight now, sleep. I cannot sleep because bad smell of flowers all around in your house. Somewhere there's jasmine, somewhere roses, somewhere lotuses. So my head starts aching. So my dear sister, if you allow, I will bring the basket of fishes here and I keep head on it. I will use it as a pillow and I will sleep fine. And she accepted, doesn't matter, you bring fishes inside, my roses will not get any smell out of the fishes. This is the basket I will clean tomorrow. Then she immediately started snoring. This woman, always the fishes. So see, those who have lived with the garbage of their thoughts, they can't sleep without thought, you see. All thoughts, every thought, one thought is a fish. That's enough to spoil the whole pond. Keeping one thought in your mind, you cannot be at peace. Therefore, don't allow any thought to stay in your mind. And then you will see the difference. Try it 1 second in your life. Just 1 second in your life, not for months, days, years, hours, just 1 second. Words do not come easy for me. I want this to be the most beautiful letter I have ever written. I fumble around for the right words to convey what is in my heart. I simply want to say thank you. You have again given me a taste of stillness. Taste has changed me forever. Every word has its own power, you see. When you say, I love you, it has power. When you abuse a man, it has power. This is not a stone. You are not hurt with a bullet or a revolver. Simply you say a bad word to a man, he is hurt. A good word, oh my dear love, I love you. What a change. Like this, a word has a tremendous power. I have been using the word fishes and all this thing and see. I'm not suffering from any cough. But then I found out what is the cause of this cough. Means I spoke about this fisher woman who started snoring, but the florist woman was in trouble, you see, like this thing. The power of the word, you see. So don't think I'm suffering from cough and cold. I simply want to tell you thank you because I love you. What does it mean? Ninad. I know this man is a beautiful man. Ninad. He's a beautiful man, therefore I will come himself and show his oh, he is beautiful today. You have given me a taste of stillness, and that taste has changed me forever. How does she taste like?
Freedom, Papa.
Huh?
Freedom, Papa.
Huh?
Tastes like freedom.
Like?
Freedom. Freedom.
Freedom.
Yes, Papa.
Yeah, you write about how does this freedom taste like. You see, you say it has given me a taste of freedom, and that taste has changed me forever. So what is this taste that has changed you forever?
Silence.
Huh?
Silence.
No, silence and freedom is the same thing. You are describing now the taste. You have to, honey, you see. If you lick honey, and then you can't say it's sweet. Honey is sweet, but how is the taste like? What is the taste of honey? What would you do? How do you describe? Honey is word. Honey is a word, not the taste. Honey is word. Different languages call this honey different. Maïl in French, maïl, and we call madhu in Sanskrit, like this thing. Shahad in Persian. So, not the word. What is the taste? What is the taste of freedom?
There is no word that I can use.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a word. What taste is? You are tasting, no? Can you describe the taste?
No, I can't describe
You
it.
can't. Yes. You can only lick it, and you can't describe the taste. And Kari can describe. You have described very well.
Tastes like nothing. Tastes like nothing.
So taste is like, you can see the symptoms. It has been described in the holy books. You see. It has been described in the Upanishads. One who has tasted the taste of this freedom, either he becomes little bit cuckoo, or his behavior is childlike. Childlike behavior. Or he becomes absolutely quiet. That is how it is described. And yesterday we have seen all these three things. All these in different, there were 4 people, and there was one girl absolutely quiet, not speaking, not even knowing what is happening in Satsang. Other boy, what was from America, no? A young boy, I forgot the name, very happy. Other people, her behavior was like this Vanner, Mr. Vanner like behavior. So all different. Different behavior. You have shown me by your example that grace and love and compassion are. I am eternally grateful to you, Papa, and yet I see I am just beginning. Please continue to guide me until that taste permeates my whole being so deeply that the taster disappears and only the taste remains. I bow at your feet. Yes, the taste will remain because this taste cannot be described. And once you have tasted this, it will not leave you. This taste is so intoxicant. You can't remove this intoxicant any time away. You are always drunk. This is the taste. And it will not leave you. Nor you will give it up. So the more you are tasting, the more you are drinking and enjoying this taste. Once you have touched, just a drop of it is quite enough, equal to the ocean, you see. And you have always, you see, what is this freedom? This is called, this taste, this bottle is called, what used to be, is called soma. So it is available. So yeah, soma is that intoxicant which even the rishis used to drink and keep quiet whole life, you see. So you know how to drink soma. Being away from you for 16 months showed me that I cannot live without you. I don't even have a choice in this. Something came and has taken me. What it is, I don't know. I cannot grasp it. Yet it is somehow, you are the only thing worth living for. Are you leaving? 16 months were, see? So you have tried for 16 months, therefore I told you, you don't go, you see. 16 months you have tried, so what's the use of going if Now this time, before going, you have to be sure that you are not to return.
This returning is not up to me, Papa. The going or returning
doesn't matter.
Is not up. No, this to stay with the I thought or to stay with this presence of I am is all that I can do, and up to that point I can do something because there's that I, but after that it's not up to me whether I'm here or whether I'm gone, or nothing anymore is in my control except resting in this presence I am. Thinking or not thinking, thoughts don't matter, they are empty, they have no meaning. Mind is nothing in itself. Who is there? Who is this? You must stay in an I to follow a thought back to an I. To raise a thought, but not raise a thought. It doesn't matter. There is only this I am presence. There's no meaning in any of this.
What is this? You are Jahnavi? From where?
I belong to New Delhi.
New Delhi. This name is known to me. Did you come before? No, Jahnavi maybe. Could you please make me believe in God? You don't believe in God?
So because I don't understand God. I don't understand God.
And then you want to understand God?
Yes, sir.
God could be understood by any person. Who will understand God? Who told you this question that you can understand what is God? First of all, you do not understand who are you, let alone God. First of all, you try to know who are you.
Sir, I want to have a faith. Sir, I want to have faith in something. I don't seem to have faith.
Don't speak of faith, you see. You must trust something, you must believe what is already there. And faith means, that is a word coined by the founders of the religions. You have faith in the church. If you don't have faith, you will go to hell, and if you have faith, you will go to heaven. The faith word is not correct, you see. You must find out how the things are in reality. No faith is needed. Now I ask you, find out who you are. You don't need faith. You start from your dress, from your dupatta. I am not the dupatta. Keep away the dupatta. Then comes the suit. Then comes the watch. Then comes the ring. You are not that. These belong to me, isn't it? These things belong to me. But I am not a ring, not the dupatta, not the suit, not the watch. Keep away. I am not these. So this is reasonable understanding. I am not the hair, I am not the glasses, I am not the nose. Nose belongs to me, my nose. I am not the nose. Do you say I am the nose? Nose belongs to me. Then this skin belongs to me. If some patch is injured, it can be replaced with plastic surgery. Like this thing, I am not the skin underneath. I am not the blood, I am not the bones, I am not the marrow, I am not the liquids in the body, I am not. So these I am not. What belongs to me, I am not. This house is mine, I am not the house. So what's left now? What's left now that doesn't be counted as belonging, but you, the owner. Who's the owner of the house? Owner is not the house. The house belongs to the owner. So what is it left now that is not a belonging, but the owner? I am giving you answer of your question. What's left now? I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the senses. What is left?
So my soul. My soul, sir.
What?
My soul.
Soul. That is God. My soul, even you say. Even then, you have counted the soul as a belonging. My house, my car, my soul. No difference. I tell you, don't make the what can be belonged is not that. My soul, then who are you? To whom the soul belongs. Again you will come, me, body, bones, blood, skin. And to it the soul belongs. It's not reasonable. So find out some reasonable reply. I have a very big problem of going overboard. What problem is there? When you go overboard, when you go to the swimming pool, there is overboard 10 meters high. This is an overboard. So somehow you've gone in front, you have a crystal clear water tank. Here is the board, 10 meter high. You are at the edge. What you have to do? Jump in.
So I meant to say that either I'm too positive or I'm too negative. So I'm not normal anytime.
Not normal? And it means you are abnormal? Sometimes you are normal, and when you are not normal, who told you you are not normal, first of all?
I feel it, sir.
Huh?
I just feel it.
You feel it, you are not normal?
I'm not like how everybody else is.
No, some psychiatric has told you, because I do not know you. Some psychiatric has told you that you are not normal.
No, sir.
Because all the psychiatrists tell that nobody is normal. So, okay, no psychiatrist tell you. Then how you know that you are not normal?
So like I said before, either I'm very, very positive. If I decide on something, I have to do it. Or I'm, because I'm ultra sensitive, so I tend to get very negative at times. And when I get positive, then I don't think of everybody else. It's just me and me alone. So I think in the end, I end up hurting a lot of people. So which is very wrong.
I am terrified of being a failure. Please advise, Jahanavi. So, have you attempted any time and failed? You are terrified of the failure.
So I think I've never disappointed myself. So that's why I'm more scared of failure. I mean, I don't know what my reaction will be whenever in my life I encounter a failure. So I want to be mentally prepared for it.
So you want to know your question? Your question here is to believe in God. So therefore I say, first of all, you believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that I am God. Then you will never fail. Believing in God means becoming or being God. Knowing God is being God. Understanding God is being God. Who can understand God except God Himself? If you understand something, it becomes your topic, your object. And who is the subject? God is subject itself. It cannot be objectified. It's not an object. God is the subject. So it is better you become object of God. Even then it would do. But what problem is there if you say, I am God? This is the best trust and best faith. Instead of putting faith anywhere else, have faith in you. I am God. Biggest faith, you see. Then you are normal, you see. Otherwise you are abnormal or subnormal. So when you go back to your family in Delhi, I went to Lucknow and now I am God, and where do you live in Delhi? Where do you live in Delhi?
So I'm in a hostel, sir. I'm living in a hostel. So I'm in the university hostel.
University hostel. Hostel, she's staying in a hostel. University hostel. University hostel. Her parents are not there, probably.
Where are your parents?
So my father is in Sikandrabad.
In?
Sikandrabad, sir.
Sikandrabad.
Yeah. And my mother is in Assam.
Assam.
You are from Andhra, it means?
No, sir.
No. So this is... अच्छी लड़की. This is a Hindi letter. You have written this thing. This is your Hindi letter? Is your letter? Hindi, no. But it is keeping anonymous, therefore I can't call a person here. And it's a question. Are you? No, I thought you have written. Give them place, this side you can check. Because I need somebody to translate this Hindi into English. Hindi into English, so that everybody will understand what is this letter. So I will request Swamiji will be the best man to translate into English. Here, Hindi and English.
Papa, we can bring the mic to him.
Huh? You can put 2-3 seats here and make it a stroll. Call him here. इधर बैठ जाए. अच्छा ठीक. वो बात क्या थी जिस बात को सुनकर मैं रुक गई. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. मैं कैसे तीन चार दफा समझ नहीं रहे. ये रिक्वेस्ट थी. मैं इधर ले जा रहा हूँ, उधर ले जा रहा हूँ, आप सीधे ले जा रहे हैं. सिर्फ समझ नहीं आ रही मेरे को. ओके, वो बात क्या थी जिस बात को सुनकर मैं रुक गई. वो बात आखिर क्या थी जिस बात के आगे मैं खुद झुक गई?
वो बात क्या थी जिस बात के आगे मैं रुक गई?
This is his question of Ben. Same thing.
वो बात क्या थी?
हाँ,
वो
बात क्या थी वो?
जिस बात के आगे
मैं झुक गई।
मैं झुक गई।
हाँ, मैं झुक गई।
मैं झुक गई।
हाँ, आई।
What was that? What was that in front of which I stopped? Me stopped. What was that?
झुक गई ना?
रुक गई, stopped or bored. My I or my ego finished and I bored. What was that?
मेरे हाथ ने कुछ नहीं, आपने कुछ कहा तो नहीं, फिर मैंने क्या सुन लिया?
You said nothing. Still, what was it that I heard?
That I heard. मेरे हाथ ने कुछ लिया तो नहीं, फिर आपने कैसे दे दिया?
कैसे?
दे दिया। मेरे हाथ ने कुछ।
You did not give anything in my hand. Even so, what was it that you gave me?
नहीं, लिया नहीं, हट दिया नहीं, लिया नहीं। आपने कुछ मेरे हाथ में कुछ मेरे हाथ ने कुछ लिया तो नहीं। हाँ, फिर आपने कैसे दे दिया?
My hand did not receive anything.
And?
My hand did not receive anything. Still, what was it that you gave me?
Gave me. You understand, no? You understand. क्या बात सुनी इन कानों ने, जो बंद द्वार यूं ही खुल गया?
जो बात सुनी इन कानों ने,
हाँ,
आगे
जो बंद द्वार यूं ही खुल गया।
My ears heard nothing, and yet my hearing opened.
No, you बंद द्वार खुल गया। No, I will translate like this then. What has heard my ears? What has heard that the gate of my ear opened? The gate of my ear is. सदियों से पड़ा मलबा, बस
सदियों से पड़ा
मलबा बस एक पल में ही धुल गया।
घुल गया।
What is the English of malba?
Garbage.
No, garbage.
For centuries, the garbage had been accumulating in me, but in one instant, the whole thing dissolved.
The garbage.
Disappeared.
Malba. आप मलबे what will you?
We have a lot of it lying
Malba.
outside.
What? How will you? Debris. Debris is better, no? Debris, not garbage. Also, debris. Debris, better word, no? Debris.
Perhaps I was talking about my own garbage.
आपने क्या बात कही थी, आपने क्या बात कह दी जो मैं सारी की सारी हिल गई.
What was it that you said that the whole of my being shook?
It's a good. समझी तो कुछ भी नहीं, पर पूरी की पूरी खिल गई. समझी तो कुछ भी नहीं, पर पूरी की पूरी खिल गई.
हिल गई.
हाँ, हिल गई कि पहले हिली होगी
I
फिर.
did not comprehend anything.
हाँ.
But my whole being blossomed.
हाँ, ब्लॉसम, खिल गई, ब्लॉसम. वो बात तो मुझे समझाओ जो बिना बोले कही जाती है. वो बात तो मुझे समझाओ जो बिना बोले कही जाती है.
Please tell me that which can be spoken without understanding.
बोले ना, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बोले विदाउट
Which can be
without
spoken
speaking.
without understanding.
नहीं, अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं आएगा, बोले स्पीकिंग आएगी ना.
Understood without being spoken.
हैं?
Which can be understood without your speaking. Which can be understood without any speech.
Speaking है.
Without any speech.
कुछ उसका अता पता ही बताओ जो बिना सुने रंग लाती है. कुछ उसका अता पता बताओ जो बिना सुने रंग लाती है.
बिना सुने.
सुने.
Can you tell me the whereabouts of that which without hearing even can show its beautiful color?
Color.
Rang lati. Which can be seen, which can be flourished.
रंग लाती है. अनकही बात ने ही मुझे आपके साथ पिरो दिया. अनकही बात ने ही मुझे आपके साथ पिरो दिया. अनकही बात.
You said nothing, but that unsaid thing has stitched me to you, has sewn me to you forever, has joined me to you forever.
मैं तो एकदम सूखी थी, उस बात ने ही मुझे भिगो दिया.
मैं तो एक
सूखी थी. हाँ, उस बात ने ही मुझे भिगो दिया.
I was a completely dry individual, but that what you did not speak, that thing has made me wet with Ananda forever.
अच्छा, now these people I don't see who have come from France. Oh, you are here. Olivia also? Very good. So when do you fix time for interview? Tomorrow we have no Satsang. So you come in this room where I will go now and we will speak about it. Okay.
Papaji, I was not translating, I was speaking this. I was not merely translating. This is what I was speaking.
Right.
Papaji, one thing. One thing more. My young French friend had said something, and this, what you made me translate, has brought this thing out. खो के तुझ में सारी मेरी हुबारे आरज़ू फिर भी क्यों तुझको पा लेता हूँ मगर तू ही तू करता हूँ. You kindly translate it.
Very good. So you will come to me, I will fix up time for you. You are staying for some time here, no? You Olivia, no? Okay. Chalo, it's okay then.